What's up guys, John here for the Rideshare Guy. Today we've got a little video about Allstate Ride for Hire, which is Allstate's rideshare insurance option geared specifically for Uber and Lyft drivers. Now, I don't work for Allstate and I'm also not an insurance agent, so I don't know everything about these policies, but I have done a little bit of research on them. And I'd like to share with you my findings about how these policies work from Allstate and what you can expect if you want to sign up for one of these. Allstate's rideshare insurance offering is in the form of an endorsement which is added to an otherwise typical personal policy from Allstate. Now, what the endorsement does is, first and foremost, it prevents Allstate from dropping their coverage of you if you're an Uber or a Lyft driver. This is the most important aspect because your typical personal policy does not allow you to use your vehicle for commercial purposes. So if they find out that you have been doing that, they essentially have the legal ability to drop you from your policy and not cover any claims that you might have. The other reason to have rideshare insurance is the infamous period 1 coverage gap. So Uber and Lyft give you insurance coverage during periods 2 and 3 when you're en route to pick up a passenger and when you have a passenger in the car. They don't provide very much coverage during period 1 when you are online and waiting to get a ride request. Like other rideshare insurance companies, Allstate solves this problem by extending your personal policy to cover you during period 1 while you're online. That's really helpful because it means you'll maintain full coverage throughout all 3 periods and while you're not on the clock. The downside to this sort of policy, as compared to other policies which cover you throughout all 3 periods, is that you will be reliant on Uber and Lyft's insurance during periods 2 and 3. This isn't necessarily a bad thing. You are still fully covered in theory, but it can be a hassle dealing with Uber and Lyft insurance providers as they aren't always the most forthcoming when it comes to paying out claims. The advantage, of course, is that you will have an Allstate agent on your side to help you walk through the process. They just won't be responsible for actually paying out that claim, so you may have to go through a bit of runaround to get Uber and Lyft to give you that money after an accident. The upside to this, of course, is that it is a lot cheaper than other comparable rideshare insurance policies because it doesn't offer that extended coverage throughout periods 2 and 3. And that can be a real cost saver. We actually ran some numbers comparing Allstate's rideshare policy to some other similar policies. You can check out those findings at the link above or in the description. Allstate actually worked out to be one of the cheaper options. It was around a little over $100 a month, I believe, which was about $40 or $50 per month cheaper than the next cheapest policy. Another neat feature from Allstate's rideshare insurance product is the deductible gap coverage. Essentially how this works is if you get into an accident on Lyft or on Uber, sometimes your deductible can be kind of high. Lyft in particular is $2,500, which is a lot of money if you're a rideshare driver, and that can be kind of hard to come up with on short notice. So what the Allstate offering does is it reimburses you so that the deductible that you pay to Uber and Lyft matches the deductible on your personal policy. So if your deductible is $500 and you get into an accident while you're driving for Lyft, Allstate will reimburse you $2,000 of that $2,500 deductible, which can definitely save you some money, save you some time, and it's a pretty good feature of this policy that is kind of uncommon when it comes to these sorts of rideshare insurance products. Allstate's rideshare insurance isn't available everywhere, but nearly every state in the US does have at least one option for rideshare insurance. I'll put the list of available Allstate states at the bottom. This is as of summer of 2017. But if Allstate isn't available in your state, be sure to visit therideshareguy.com and check out our rideshare insurance marketplace, where you can find a whole bunch of different rideshare insurance companies and providers sorted by state. And you'll even find a couple recommended agents who understand the concerns and needs of rideshare drivers who are working in the on-demand industry. So thank you so much for watching. I hope this video was helpful. Stay tuned and drive safe.